Hey everyone, welcome back. It is our last week for our month of March, and we are excited about heading into April and spring. But welcome to our Ants Team live training stream. We're back again every week, every Tuesday, same time, same place. We get together, we share our wins for the week, we encourage each other, and we go through some leadership discussions, some sales discussion. We share ideas and just create a positive atmosphere for some sharing and growing. So while you all log in and get onto the chat, please start sharing your wins for the week down below, your things that you've accomplished, the things that you're celebrating, big or small, no size here. This is the area where size does not matter. But if it's a check, then yes, it does matter. So thank you guys all for joining on our live stream. Let's see who we have. Get started with your chat. I'm gonna just do some greeting. Welcome, Jessica M. How are you? Chris D. How are you? Miss Kathleen B. Miss Melissa. Hey, Miss Milagros. Welcome. Hey, girl. Milagros said we're getting closer to Atlantis. Yes, it's like, yay. And then also like, we're getting closer. We've got, 2 campaigns left. I think officially campaign 7 is over today. So we're all in campaign 8 now. We've got 2 campaigns to go to rack up the rest of those points for our trip to the Bahamas. All expenses paid by Avon. I know we all want to go, and I know we're all working hard to share the opportunity, increase our numbers, earn the points, hit those sales, whatever we have to do to get. And I know you guys are working. I see you guys tracking, so it's it's exciting. We're all kind of in crunch time, but the stress is high, but we're also like excited and having fun. Personally, I've never earned any of these trips before that Avon has run as an incentive. Yes, I did win the trip to Tahiti in a raffle, but I've never earned an incentive. Was it last year or the year before? They had the trip to Mexico. And I didn't make it, and every year Avon does celebrate and recognize its top sales representatives with a trip. I haven't earned it yet, so this is my chance, and I'm like, can I just earn this one trip? So I know you guys are all tracking, and I'm seeing the post, so I think we're gonna have to band together and encourage each other to just keep going, because I know it can be stressful, and I know it can be intense and scary. And I've noticed, side note, that a lot of people have already just said, oh, I'm not going to make it. I'm not going to do it. But don't feel that way. We always talk about, the rain just started. But on the chat, we always talk about how important it is to not give up and to set your goals and try for it. Because even if you reach for the moon, you will fall among the stars. So it makes sense to even try for it. And this incentive is one of those that you do want to get anyway, because it's connected and paired in with so many of other incentives that Avon is running. So in addition to the Vacation Like a Boss incentive, they will have the Ticket to Boss Life incentive. So if you're building your team and you're recruiting, you can earn tickets to earn different prizes. Last week, I posted a live stream of myself scratching my first ticket. I earned an umbrella. Milagros was scratching her first ticket. She earned a trip to RepFest. So there are really great prizes out there that you can earn. So don't just, look at an incentive and say, okay, I only have 2 campaigns, I can't do it. Or, oh, I've never earned anything like that. I'm not a winner. Please, guys, please, please, please stop the negative talk about I don't win raffles and I never win anything, and I'm not going to do it because I'm not a top seller, top recruiter, top leader, top whatever. We talked about it a few weeks ago, comparing ourselves to other representatives and comparing ourselves to other people, just outside, of Avon as well. We really have to stop taking ourselves out of the running for these things, because you'll never know. First of all, you never know unless you try. Second of all, unless you set that goal and try for it, you won't get all the things that you'll get leading up to it. Let's say, God forbid you don't make it, but you worked on building your team. You've gotten extra tickets to Ticket to a Boss Life. You've gained, at the very, very least, and this is not the least, it's actually a big thing, you've gained the experience that it takes to learn how to track for an incentive, how to speak with your team members about it. If you don't have a team, then how to go about earning the incentives yourself. So please, guys, I've been seeing some posts that you know, are just like, okay, you know, forget it. But don't look at the other people. I know people have already made it, but don't look at that and say, okay, well, you know, forget it. Those are the people who always win. Those are the same people. I'm not a person who always wins, and I'm still going for it. So try, you know, your hardest. Even in this last 2 weeks, I would actually encourage you to step out of your comfort zone and say, you know what, I am gonna try for this thing. I'm gonna do my best. I am going to reach out to people. I'm going to get connected. I'm going to start doing events. I'm going to plan, because at the very least, you'll get the experience. So just test yourself in that and encourage yourself in knowing that whatever you do is a step forward, and it's progress for your business. And we're actually going to talk about that in this chat. So we're going to dive in more. But all right, let me share my win for the week while you guys share your wins. I'm already getting off on a tangent here, but so last week I actually had the honor, and it was super humbling, but very exciting for me. I was invited to speak at my division leadership rally / meeting, and it was the first time I've ever been invited to speak on that level. We talk on our district, in our district meetings, which is a just a small area, but this was a larger area, so it was my first time, and I was so honored and privileged because I was speaking amongst some other executive leaders. Armando Tabarone, who I mentioned on the call a few weeks ago, is the gentleman on the back of the What's New for Campaign 8, and Miss Laura Douglas, who is one of the leaders that I look up to. I look up to Armando as well, but Laura is one of the representatives that I remember seeing speak when I first started going to division rallies, when I switched out to the area that I'm in now. So it was super humbling, super amazing to just be invited to speak to people. And I had one of those moments. Two things always happen to me when these things, you know, come up. First and foremost, when I realized, I was like, what am I going to talk about? These are the people, you know, who have, you know, all the experience in the world. What the heck do I have to contribute? And then when I got over that, then I was just so nervous and in shock the whole time that I didn't even really enjoy what was happening until after. And then I was like, that was cool. So that was my win for the week. I was really excited about that. First time for me. So not exactly a bucket list item. It's funny to me because I was talking with a friend that I haven't spoken to in a while last night, but we were talking about setting goals and sometimes having things happen in life that you just can't plan for. I would never have expected to have been given such an honor. So much so that I never even thought, like, okay, yeah, one of these days I want to be that person. I want to do that thing. So, you know, when you guys hear me trying to encourage you to not put yourself down or take yourself out of the running for things, and, you know, kind of broaden your mindset and open your horizons, it's because I'm trying to do that for myself too, because there are things out there that I'm just like, oh, that'll never be me. And I'm seeing a lot of different things happen that I just never thought could happen. And after having it happen, I'm like, wow, you know, you never even consider that could be you. And I'm realizing that I need to start thinking differently. I need to open up my belief window and start, you know, expecting the unexpected and the amazing things that you just normally wouldn't think of for yourself. So that was my win for the week. I saw Melissa says, 2 campaigns left. I know, dead, right? The heat is on. Chris, you might be in campaign 9 already. I am technically just placing my order for campaign 8 this week. So depending on your RPS schedule, different areas are in different different campaigns. So you might be on early bird campaign 1 through I think 5, who kind of get started. They've put in their orders for campaign 8 last week. So yes, this week you are starting campaign 9 if you're in one of those early RPSs. I'm my orders go in this week, so I am one of the late guys. So my 9 actually starts next week. Oh, Melissa says she officially earned her first ticket to Atlantis yesterday. Yay! Ticket to Atlantis or ticket to Boss Life? Wait. We have to check. Or are you saying that you're 100%? Please clarify, Melissa, so we could celebrate with you properly. Let's see. Hey, Miss Carmela, welcome to the live stream. Milagro says, never give up, work it to the end. Yes, go down fighting, tooth, nail, claw, just scratch and claw your way when it gets to the end of these incentives. Myra, hey, how are you? Milagro said, oh, thank you, Millie. I did live stream. I asked Lisa from our team to record it on live stream so I could watch in the after, and so I could show my mom when I come home. So we watched together when I got home. Thank you, Milagros. Melissa says her win today was that she joined Instagram and she's figuring it out. Oh, that's cool. Welcome to Instagram. I'm gonna search for you and friend you, or follow you. I think on Instagram it's follow. Jessica says she was asked to speak at one of her meetings and she was recognized for her growth and new recruiting. You go, girl. Jessica's always in the field. I always see her doing events and I love that. Congratulations, Jessica. Kathleen said, oh, thank you, Kathleen. I appreciate that. Hey, Ursula, welcome. Yeah, so Kathleen is also in campaign 9 already. So some people have already started 9. I guess I need to start talking about campaign 9 last week. Instead of this week. Melissa says she's 99%. It hasn't updated where campaign order yet. Okay, so you're at 100%, 99%, whatever. You're 100% for your ticket to Boss Life. You were right. So you are going to the Bahamas vacation. That is awesome. Congratulations, Melissa. So I want to be you, like, by the end of this week, by the end of this campaign, or the end of next campaign. It's literally less than 2 weeks because 8 goes in this week and then we've got one more campaign. So yeah, the heat is on, but congratulations, Melissa. All right, guys. I want to do 2 reminders before I go into our chat. Not only are we running out of time for the trip to the Bahamas, but we also, this is the last week for you to earn the early bird, for you to take advantage of the early bird registration fee, registration pricing, I should say, for RepFest. It's going to be in Nashville, Tennessee in August, like it always is. So guys, please, Melissa, I think all these cheers are for you as congratulations for earning your trip. Yes, March. The last day of March is the last day for you to pick up your ticket to RepFest. It's going to be $99, but the price is going up. So take advantage of it now because you just want to save that money. Don't forget, don't let the time lapse because that's money that you can put towards food or your hotel or your flight. Don't sleep on this, guys. I know that there are going to be a lot of people who are like waiting until the month before to decide on whether or not they want to go to RepFest, but you know, I know we have different work schedules and different things that are happening in our lives, but this is something that happens every year. We knew that it was coming. If you're new, you're excused. But for the rest of us who have been around for a while, really try to make it to RepFest. It's going to be a great event. You guys hear me gushing about it all the time. How much you learn, how much you can connect with other representatives, and how much you can develop yourself. Hey, Hope, welcome. So how much you'll get to develop yourself. And Avon is also running different, I guess, promos, different incentives to make it worthwhile to those who are coming to RepFest. Now, not for nothing, but I feel like Avon always turns it out for RepFest. You always get that awesome swag bag. You always get to preview the products before they come out. But now Avon is telling us that their new wellness line that's going to be coming out toward later in the year, will only be previewed for the representatives who register for RepFest. So that's an added incentive. You get to be one of the few representatives who get to experience this new, it's not even a new product, it's a entirely new product line, and it's only going to be available to the representatives who attend RepFest. So that's another incentive for you to go. If you're serious about your business and learning about the products and getting the products out, and, you know, getting as much knowledge and training information as you can ahead of time so that you can be prepared when the products launch, you definitely want to check out RepFest. Take advantage of that early bird registration. So it's only $99 and you could save on that price. And I know there's someone out there who's kissing her teeth after me. He's talking about $99. But I've looked at a lot of the conferences for other companies, other leadership conferences, other networking events, not for nothing, but here I'm in New York City. So a lot of times, regular networking events, not even like a conference, but like okay, this is a Tuesday weekly networking event, runs for like $50, $60. I've seen events that run for $100, and it's not even like a 2 or 3 day event. I'm talking 2 or 3 hours where you sit and listen to a presenter. So it's the equivalent of you guys live streaming me here on these chats and paying like $60 to $100. So it is very worth it. The money that you invest in your business will come back to you like double or triple or even tenfold. You'll get it back in products, you'll get it back in training, and you'll get it back in encouragement and motivation, which is invaluable. But of course, you got to be there to earn it and take advantage of that. And, you know, I don't know, they might be raffling off another trip to Tahiti. You know, you won't know unless you're there. So just try and be there. So this last week of RepFest, running out of time for the Bahamas. Keep those things in mind as you go about your business. Let's see. Jessica says only those who go to RepFest will be able to sell it right away. So, yeah, I mean, we're not in competition with each other, but if you have that advantage where you have a product that's not available with other representatives, take advantage of that, because you'll be the only, you know, one of the few people that have that for the customers. Melissa said it's killing her to see what the wellness line is. Well, judging by how New Avon has been doing stuff, I know it's going to be hot stuff. Kathleen says she's also anticipating the health and wellness program. And Law Girl says her too. Jessica says she can't wait. Jessica said great swag bags. I love the swag bags. I am between California Comic Con, New York City Comic Con, and RepFest. I am like a swag bag freebie hoarder. So yeah, I'm definitely in there for swag bags. And speaking of conferences, I go to Comic Con once a year. That conference runs for about $120. I think New York City Comic Con. California Comic Con is more expensive. And that's just a conference to hang out with people who have similar interests. You get to sit on some panels, maybe meet a couple of celebrities. I think you have to pay extra for that, but like to hear them talk. So to go to RepFest, to get the education and the training and development for your business, which is something that you're profiting from and that's, you know, you're using to better your life, just go for it. Make it work. All right. So since Hope and Kathleen, was it Hope or Chris? I think it was Chris. Chris and Kathleen have already mentioned that they're already in campaign 9. I'm technically probably a little late with this, or I guess you could say I'm on time, because they're just starting. So I wanted to show you some of the hot products that are coming out in campaign 9. We have our Absolute. It's a brand new fragrance. It's continuing in that today, tomorrow, always, forever. It just kept going on and on. But it's continuing that line. So check out the Absolute fragrance and demonstrate it for your products. I want to give a shout out to my homegirl, Miss Orinthia, who has been featured as our, she gives her top 10 tips for fragrance sales. So she gives you like a whole bunch of ideas for how to increase your fragrance. And I have to tell you, my favorite, I have 2 favorites. My first is, you know, just get educated to know the products for yourself. Try them out, order the samples, wear them. Ileana can sell a fragrance by wearing it. So shout out to Ileana. And then my other one was number 5, to let your customers try the fragrance on their wrist. I like that tip because everyone reacts differently to fragrances. I'll never forget, there was a fragrance that came out a few years ago. It was the model actress behind it was Megan Good. What was that? I should have written it down because I was thinking about it earlier. But I know you guys, you ladies know your Avon products. But Megan Good was the face for the fragrance. And I put it on. I didn't like the way that it smelled on me. And then one of my teammates, she walks by and I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? Is that Avon? That smells so good. She was like, yeah, it's this fragrance. And I was like, wait, come here. I was all up in her personal space. And I was just like, it does not smell like that on me. It smells so good on you. So let your customers, thank you, Miss Orinthia, for sharing your tips. And let your customers try those, the products on their wrist, because I've also found that when I put a fragrance on my wrist, I walk around with it for the rest of the day. So you kind of get that a whiff. You know, as you guys know, I talk with my hands. So as I'm conversing, I get a whiff of it. And I'm like, wait, what was that smell? Oh, that was that fragrance that I tried earlier. And, you know, at first, when you put it on, fragrances have different layers. So you put it on at first, you're like, okay, that smells good. But as you catch the different layers throughout the day, you're like, oh, you know, I really like this fragrance. And it starts to grow on you. So just share your fragrances. Lynn, hey girl, I have to send you a text. So definitely share fragrances with your customers. Get a bottle. Try to have a bottle for yourself. I think that's one of her tips actually too. Kind of. Campaign 6, she says, let your customers fill your bottle. Let your customers fill up on your bottle. Get the bottles to have on hand so that your customers can try it themselves. And there is something powerful, especially these new bottles that Avon is coming out with. I am also, one of these days, I'll take a photo of my my fragrance. I've got makeup and jewelry back here, and I have another table with just fragrance and skincare. But I like to collect bottles, and I have a whole bunch of half-empty bottles that I just keep because I like the bottles. And there are customers who are like that too. So there's something about holding the bottle and feeling it for themselves, spraying it on, and having that fragrance sit on their skin for a while throughout the day. That is really a great way to help you introduce the fragrances to your customers. But it is Mother's Day coming up, so stock up on your samples. I ordered a couple of these for myself. I use them for my customers. I use them for giveaways for my team, to, you know, as rewards and gifts and welcome packets. So this is a great stock up too. 32 samples for $4.99. Good deal. And it's all the good ones. It's not the classics. It's like the expensive ones. You got your Today, Tomorrow, Always Absolute, which is a new fragrance, so you'll get the sample. You have Ultra Sexy Pink, Avon Prima, also one of my favorites. Avon Luck, definitely one of my favorite fragrances, and Avon Passion, actually my holiday fragrance. So check out your samples and your sample bundles. And let's see. Oh, also take note of the items that are being replaced so that you can let your customers know ahead of time and help them find, you know, that's where we come in with the customer service, help them find the products that will replace the products that they're losing. I'm excited about the new Mark line. Is anyone else excited about all the new Mark products that we're getting? I have to get that blue lipstick. I am trying to budget, but I really want that new Mark lipstick. Has anyone tried it? Have you guys been liking it? I want to see some pictures on social media. I think that was it for the what's new. I just want to do a quick look to see. Oh, random side note. This thing, our Blooming Jasmine diffuser, I thought it was the cutest thing, and I'm so excited to see that our product line is branching out, because just this Christmas, I was thinking it would be really cute if Avon had these decanters, because then I could pour stuff into it. I actually got one for Christmas from somebody, got it for me. I think it came from Pier 1. And I was like, crap, Avon doesn't have one of these. What am I going to pour in here when it's done? I don't want to go to Pier 1 and get one of their fragrances. And like magic, they knew what I was thinking, and now we have our own. So, you know, just be aware of your products. Know which one of your customers are fragrance people so that you can introduce them to the items they are looking for. Also, this guy is still in effect. So if you're like me and you have not picked up this blouse, personal shopping, right? Then, you know, check out that Mark spring catalog. All right, guys. So Jessica said it's in her order. I didn't order it yet. I have to get it. Maybe I'll get it in my campaign 8 order. Milagros is also saying she confirms that the reps who join the who are at RepFest will get to join the nutritional program earlier. So awesome. Okay, so I need to see more wins for the week, guys. We need more celebration going on here. Can't just be me. I'm gonna wait, let you guys do your, oh, Kathleen says she loves the jasmine diffuser. Awesome. So still keep going in the chat box. I'm going to now transition over to our lesson / topic of discussion for this week, which is I named the chat because I was thinking about this month. We're doing the theme act like a leader, think like a mogul, and this month I really wanted to focus on leadership aspects within that respect. But next month in April I'll be moving over into, you know, more of the think like a mogul section. So keep coming back next month. We're not done. We're not wrapping up here in March. We're continuing on. But I wanted to talk to you about your plan B. And a lot of us are kind of ahead of the game because we have if you're watching, you've probably started your little side thing, whether it's with Avon or something else. I have found that others are watching these videos as well, which is awesome because it's wonderful how we couldn't all learn and grow, because leadership is so generic, like business is so generic. The skills and the tools and the tips are kind of they're broad and they could cross a multitude of different businesses. Me for architecture as well as Avon. So this week I wanted to talk to you about investing in your business. There's a difference between being vested and being invested. The definition of vested is that something is secure. So if someone has a vested interest in something, they're really interested. Their interest is locked in, honed in, locked down tight. It's something they're interested in. Being invested, when you invest your money, it's generating a profit. There's growth. And the analogy that I wanted to share was the idea of taking a $100 bill and putting it under your mattress, and taking your $100 bill and putting it into a bank, putting it into a savings account, not just a checking account where they just charge you fees, but like a savings account, investing in a 401k or Roth IRA, some type of investment. They operate differently. It's not enough for us to just be vested. We also have to be invested as well. We have to not just have the interest, like not just have our $100 bill slipped in between our mattress. Don't come to my house. I don't have money in my mattress. And all my jewelry is Avon stuff. So it's not enough to just have that $100 bill in your mattress, because 5 years from now, that bill will still just be a $100 bill. While the 100 that you invest in the bank, that you've invested, that will start to generate additional profit for you. It will start to give you residual income. It's going to grow. It's not just going to be 100. Even with our economy, with these low interest rates, even if it's $101 after 5 years, which I hope it's not, but even, whatever it is, you want to get that additional income. And what I love about our business is the residual income aspect, that you're not just working like you would do with a job hour for dollar, but you put in the time, and there's also that residual income that comes in through working your business in leadership. So I want you guys to kind of get in the mindset of, like we said, we're acting like leaders thinking like leaders and acting like a mogul. Act like a leader, think like a mogul. We're thinking like leaders, we're acting like moguls. So we're changing our mindset towards something more positive and something that's going to generate more in our lives. We're not just going to accept that $100 bill in the mattress. We have to work to invest it. Oddly enough, though, I'm not just going to be talking to you guys today about cash. I'm not a banker. I'm not exactly going to be talking about investing in this lesson. I will do some research and get back to you on that. In this session, I want to talk about how you're investing in your business, because there are different ways that you can invest, because we have different assets. We have time, as well as, physical assets like money, or, I guess materials and tools count as money because you have to buy them. But there's more than just money. There's also your time. There's also how you use your time and your energy and your efforts. There's you investing in yourself for personal development and education. So I want us to get out of the mindset of, okay, we made our plan B, we started our little side thing, we've got our side hustle going on, we started our business, and I'm good. We've got to go beyond that. We need to make it work for us. Investors and people who are, those guys you read about in magazines, Henry Ford, the Carnegies, even modern day Oprah, they don't just do something, they work on making it grow and become something else. They invest. So with our businesses, it's not enough for us to say, okay, we've opened our account. I'm a Avon lady. I have a business now. You need to work that business so that it starts to generate that residual income. So it starts to turn a profit. So it starts to develop more value, hopefully, than what you started off with. It's not enough to just say, okay, I did it. I started. You want to turn it into something else. And I feel like it's definitely easy to just, get step one. Okay, you said get a plan B, start a little side business. And that's what I did. And notice I keep saying little side business, because we're in that little side business mindset. And when our business stays low, earnings stay low, then we get frustrated and, we get upset. We want to quit. We bash the company. We bash our upline. We bash our team. We bash the economy. We find scapegoats and we make excuses. But in our original discussion, when we started this session, this series, we were talking about, as a leader, taking on responsibility for what you have within your power and the things that you can control. So in the same way, we want to look at this situation. I see some chats. We want to look at this situation and say, okay, is it enough for me to pay the $25, or if you joined when it was the $10, is that enough? Or is there more that I can turn this into? Kathleen said, absolutely. Once she became an Avon lady, she began to invest into her business. So she's working her business. She's investing. But there's a third leg to this stool. So the first leg is making the decision to do it. And I think a lot of people do that. That's the easy part. There are tons of people out there with accounts that don't do anything with it. And, I understand some people open the account to save on their personal items. Their account is basically like a coupon. So they get their 20 to 50% off of their products. And I get that. That's fine. I guess we could look at that as they made the initial investment so that they can save on their earnings. But the business isn't going as far as it can. So I guess we can equate that to opening a savings account in a bank with a 1% interest. You're getting back something. It's not much, but it's good enough for your goals. So you put your money in your little savings account, you get back your 0.5% interest, and it's enough because you're saving elsewhere. It's there to offset something else, and we're good with that. Let's take it to the next level. Let's look at that next leg. So what's to stop us from taking our business to another level where, like Kathleen, we've not just opened the account, but we're starting to look for customers. And when I say that, I want to emphasize, if I was writing this, I would bold, underline, look for customers. Because again, you can very easily fall into the comfort zone where you're like, I'm an Avon rep account and I customers find me. My website is up and running, it's active. I am accepting customer orders from everywhere else, but I don't give out business cards, I don't give out brochures, or I have 10 brochures and, you know, I circulate them among my friends and family. But, you know, my 10 customers, I've got 10 customers who order from me. You know, I have 5 and they order once a year, and that's it. You want to go further, like Kathleen, and really invest. Get your business cards, get brochures, get them out there, actively pursue looking for other customers. And that's when you kick your business up a level to, from, you know, small savings account to maybe CD. So now you're getting maybe like a 5% return on your investment, right? Let's say 2, because CDs. So we're looking at a 2 to 3% return on our investment. We're actively looking for customers. Our customer base is growing. We're working the referrals. We're looking for new customers every day. We're adding to our customer list so that when those first 5 customers place their orders and stock up for the next 3 months, we're not sitting idle for 3 months waiting for those same people to come back. We're looking for other people who are like, okay, I need to stock up. So we start a rotation. So if customer 1, 2, and 3 order in January, we have new customers 3, 4, and 5 who are ordering in February, and we're continuing to grow our business. Some people blow it out and knock it out of the park, and they've got 30, 40 customers ordering them from every campaign, and that is awesome too. That's when you've got like the ultimate high interest CD. So that's when you're starting to see and earn the 5% interest. You're really working your business, and it's starting to generate income and momentum. But it doesn't happen overnight. You have to walk down to the bank, open the account, get the CD, you know, do all the paperwork. You have to continually be putting into your account. So you have to invest that time and effort and energy to have that going. Now let's kick it up one more notch. We also have the leadership program, and I harp on this because a lot of people are leaving money on the table. I don't know if it's fear. I don't know if it's a concern that they may not have the time, or worry that they may not be able to lead, which is why we do these sessions, because I want you guys to see that it's a growing process. I am like here, and then you've got like the Milagros and the Molly Bibbs and the Lisa Wilbers. So there are different levels to this leadership thing, and you don't have to come in at platinum level. You don't have to be perfect. You will grow and learn, and that's why we do these chats, so that we can learn from each other, and that we can expedite the growing process, so that the stuff I've learned and the stuff I'm going through, I could share with you, so that you can avoid some of the pitfalls that I experience. And other leaders have done that to me. That's why I pay it forward. So the leadership program is a great tool. That is when you transfer from like having a interest CD to a high yield interest account, Roth IRA, 401k kind of situation, where you're looking at 12% interest, 13% interest, because that becomes residual income, and that is when your money is really working for you. So now you've activated like all 3 legs of the stool. You're sitting on a balance chair, you're a little more comfortable because you have different streams of income. You have different sources. You have more to rest on. You're more stable. And that stability will really help you clear up your finances and do the things that you dream about and that you have set goals for. But it comes back to those action steps that we were always talking about. The money has to come out from underneath the mattress and go into somewhere where it's active. You've got to get out from your comfort zone and go somewhere where you're growing and stretching yourself. You have to get out of that mindset where you're placing your order and expecting to grow your entire customer base. Laura said this, and it hit me when she said, I was just like, you know what, you're right. At our meeting last week, Laura was like, you know, a lot of us are ordering the 10 brochures expecting to find 50 and 100 customers with the 10 brochures. And when she said it, I was like, you know, you're right. That you've just put the brakes and the limits on your sales, because how far can those 10 brochures really go? So work on investing. Now, I'm not saying clean out your coffers and invest your entire savings into buying brochures. Work smarter and invest a portion. So as your sales and your earnings grow, you'll have more to invest. When you're just starting out, I wouldn't say, unless you have another source of income and you're just a go hard, I wouldn't say go out and buy 1,000 brochures on day 2. You'll work your way up to that. So, don't get me wrong and make, feel like I'm saying, okay, everybody go out and buy 1,000 brochures. I'm saying, work your business up to that level. And one of the things that I was also kind of touching on earlier was that it's not enough to have the business cards, have the 1,000 brochures, have the website, and have it just sitting there. You have to actively promote it and get it out there. And I've seen myself in my business. I've been working on pushing myself out of my comfort zone. You guys have heard me talk about my lunchtime power hours, where I'm getting out and talking to people. I used to use my power hours for leadership calls, follow up. I would, just have like an intense hour where I can get a lot of stuff done because that's all I had between, my day job. But now I've been trying to take a couple of days to go out and talk to people. And I've been finding new customers, and I've been finding people that I would not have known otherwise. Yes, it's it's stretching. It's stretching and taxing my my comfort zone. I definitely feel the pull, but when I am looking back on what's happening and measuring my progress, I'm like, okay, this is working. I am finding new people to talk to, and I'm getting more comfortable in that situation. Because I tell you, on day 1, well, I think I shared with you guys, day 1, I was like, but now I get out and I'm like, okay, I got an hour, I got to do this. What do you got for me? Who's here? Who's for me to talk to? Whose life am I going to change today? And I've kind of gotten back into my comfort zone with prospecting. So that goes back to what I was telling you guys earlier, that even if it doesn't work perfectly, the experience of just being out there is also well worth it. But you want to, going back to my 3-legged stool, you want to make sure that the tools that you are investing in, whether it's your time, your personal development, or your materials, or whatever it is, you're putting them into action. You don't want to be that person who never has cards, never has brochures, comes out to a field event with both hands open and empty, and is relying on someone else to supply them. It is up to us as leaders to invest in our own businesses. You can't wait for someone else to invest for you. It's not the job of your district managers to supply you with brochures. It's not the job of your upline to supply you with samples. And it's not up to anyone else to invest in growing your business. And I'm saying this for myself too. I look at things and I say, okay, what can I do? What's within my power? And sometimes my manager is like, let me help you. If you need something, let me know. And sometimes I'm like, yeah, I'll come back to you on that, because I kind of want to figure it out, because I want to be able to share that with someone else who may not live in a district where they're as close to their manager, or who may not know their manager, and I need to kind of get that for myself. And it's also maybe the Leo in me who's stubborn, who's just like, I got this. I got everything. It's a little bit of that too. I'm not going to lie. But we have to really be proactive, and, be, Milagros says, you can invest on it with your business, retirement goal, thinking always towards the future. Absolutely. And that's kind of the mindset I'm in now, thinking about retirement and investing in my business now, because I know what I put in now, as long as I'm working it, later on will have a bigger payoff. Everything that I put in now will grow and become something else. So get in that mindset. Get out of the mindset of lack, where you're like, I can't do that, and that's not going to work. Work with what you have. If that one brochure is all you have, okay, fine. Work that brochure, girl. Take that one book out and go around to different people. And then as your orders grow, expand it to 10, and still put in that same level of effort where you're working each and every one of those brochures until you can order 100 and get those brochures out, and until you can order 200 and get those brochures out. But you want to be on a path of growth. You don't want to stagnate. You don't want to. We're always talking about growth on these live streams because growth is a sign of good health. If your plants are not growing, you think, or your children, if your children, God forbid, are not growing, you're gonna feel like something's wrong. You want to see that growth. It's the same in your business, but it doesn't come unless you invest something into it. Stop waiting for other people to come. Stop waiting for Prince Charming. In our family, I'm just like, why am I gonna wait to be married to do X, Y, and Z? Why do I, as a woman, have to wait for a husband to come sweep me on my feet and take me to do whatever? I can do that myself. I could save and work hard and earn it for myself. So kind of have that mindset for your business where you're like, why am I going to wait for a district manager or an upline to schedule an event when I could schedule an event for myself, and I could schedule an event for my team, and I can schedule an event for my area. If there's no conference or no meeting, something that's not happening, now with technology and social media, start a live stream of your own. Ask what people want to hear and, find the answers. Talk to other people in the business. Talk to people outside of the business. Use your own personal development. Start being the catalyst for growth in your own life. You need to start being your own bank. We have so many resources. Avon they've been really great with training and development. I love that we have these Facebook groups between the Onward, between the Build It Big Now. There's so many different groups where you can go on and get information, but it's not enough to just have it in between your mattress, to just have the information in a notebook, to watch the Les Browns and gosh, why can't I ever remember any of the leaders' names? The Darren Hardys. It's not enough to just watch them. You have to start implementing it and making it, taking the actions to the next level in order to see that growth. And even if you're investing and you're only seeing, a residual income of $1 coming in and you're like, oh my gosh, this is not working. That, we were talking about compounded interest. No, you and I were not talking about compounded interest. I was talking about it in the presentation I gave last week. Compounded interest. Do the math on this, guys. Where's Lisa and Kimberly? They're our team of mathematicians. When you invest $1, if you could invest $1 every day, look at how much you can grow. That added dollar, that dollar will help you generate $2. Those $2 turn into $4, and it continues to grow. But you have to put that initial deposit in. You have to put in that energy, and you have to keep putting it in. It's not enough to just say, I'm going to put $100 into the bank and let it grow interest. It will, but it will grow, relatively small amount of interest. But if you put in an extra $100 every month, see how that interest will grow. In the same thing with your business. If you're working your business every day, talking to 3 people a day, 5 people a day, those numbers will start to add up and they'll start to pile up on each other. So get in the habit of thinking in that mindset for yourself. With your time, do the field time, do the field training. The stuff that you learn is just invaluable. Do your personal development. I love that you guys are on this chat every Tuesday, but that can't be enough to just watch me, run off at the mouth. Invest in your materials, your supplies, have your brochures, have your samples, get your business cards, and give them out. Stop letting them collect dust in your purse. And this was me when I first started. For a long time, I had beautiful business cards, and I had spent a lot of time because I designed my cards myself in Photoshop and in Illustrator, and they sat in my bag for a long time, and I didn't give out a lot of them. So now I threw away some. I ended up throwing away a couple of boxes the other day because I changed my website, and I was like, that was a waste because I bought them and I let them sit in my bag. I didn't give them out. And now I'm like, get all of these cards. Get all these cards out. Get them all. I need to, share them with people. Do more networking events. I need to connect and, give the cards out. I give them to the people in the gas station. I give them to people I'm online with. I just get them out. Because when you're working it, you'll start to see that return. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time to develop. I love those budget calculators, those mortgage calculators, those retirement calculators, because you get to see that nice little incline graph. It starts off kind of gradual, like it's not growing, but then it takes that sharp curve upward. And you won't hit that curve unless you're consistent in the beginning. 6 months in this business, 1 month, a year, maybe even 5 years is not going to be enough. It may take 10 years, it may take 15 years to see that steep growth, but you've got to stick with it in order to see that development. So ask yourself, be honest with yourself, get the mirror out, look at yourself and say, okay, where am I? Am I vested? Am I here? Or am I more than here? Am I invested in the business? And that's our topic for the night. So I hope that you guys are all thinking. It's quiet, so I don't know if you all just said, I can't do Georgie right now. I'm done with her. Or if you guys are really thinking about it. I'm not trying to call anyone out, but I wanted to just kind of be real, because these are things that I ask myself. Like, are you ordering all of these brochures and just letting them sit in the box for a couple of years? Are you gonna be throwing out another batch of business cards? I can't afford to, so no. So ask yourself these questions and be honest with yourself, and keep yourself accountable to your goals, because as a leader, whether you have a team yet, or if you're working towards becoming a leader in your business, in your field, in your profession, in your neighborhood or in your area, whatever it is, these are things that should and I hope will help you along the way. Thanks, Milagros. I love you guys too. Yay! Love my team, my extended team. You guys are all team. So when I say team, I mean all of you who watch and comment and post and talk to me for the next 3 days and share your input. So I'm looking forward to hearing what you get out of this and how you apply it into your businesses. Please don't let this be a one-way conversation. I want to hear from you guys and see how these things are helping you to build and grow your business. And I will be here, transparent to my detriment, sharing my pitfalls and the things that I'm overcoming as well. So hope you guys have an awesome night. Thank you so much for joining me. I love our little chats. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys as we kick off April and continue with our series into another month. Have a great night, guys. Bye.